I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe they do use zero for sifa. Okay. So just really quickly, like this is not really with the lesson, but what do you notice about the words themselves? Most of them have ta marbuta. Okay. All right. What else? You have some with like some of these have ayn, right? So tis'atun, arba'atun, sab'atun. Some of them have ثمانية, ثلاثة, اثنان. I don't know. It's basically like I don't know. There may be a song or something, but I don't know what it is. So واحد, اثنان, ثلاثة, أربعة, خمسة, ستة, سبعة, ثمانية, تسعة, عشرة. These are your basic numbers, and they're in the Quran. Like they're I think all of these are in the Quran. No, not page number. I'm talking about like the word itself. Like yeah, there's something like the ayat about like divorce and the woman's like waiting period. أربعة أشهر للذين يؤلون من نسائهم تربص أربعة أشهر. So for the people like the waiting period, I think between for man and woman is 4 months. Actually, don't quote me on that. But arba is there. Okay. Um, something with ثلاثة أيام, 3 days, and then sitta is in there, sab'a. All of these are in the Quran. Okay. So let's go to the back of 19, and we're just gonna. It's a pretty. There's a long explanation about all the numbers, so we're just gonna see. Actually, it's not that long. It's about one page. All right. So I'll read the. Well, actually, we'll read it together. Brother Anwar, go ahead and read the first part. So we're on page 51 in the back. No. Do you have the? Oh, actually, you have the other book. Brother Afnan, go ahead. Go to the points to remember. Brother Anwar, the points to remember in the back. 669. All right, go ahead. In this lesson.
We learned the numbers 3 to 10 with masculine noun following them.
Okay.
The word for one, wahidun. The word for one is wahidun, and it follows the noun as an adjective.
Okay, so the example they give is?
Kitabun wahidun.
Okay, so what this is saying is that one is basically like an adjective. Okay, kitabun wahidun, book, one book. Okay. Keep going.
The word for two is ithnani, and this also follows the noun as an adjective. Example is two books, kitabani,
Kitabani.
ithnani.
Okay, so last lesson we learned if I want to say two books, I just add an ani to it, right? Kitabun is one book, kitabani is two books. So why am I adding an ithnani? It's just an adjective, right? So it doesn't have to be there, but it's implied. Okay, so when you say kitabani ithnani, you already know it's two books, but the ithnani is there as an adjective. So what does it say for the next part?
But usually the word ithnani is omitted because the dual form is enough to suggest the meaning of two. But ithnani is used for emphasize.
Okay, so basically it's saying it doesn't have to be there, but if you put it there, it can add extra emphasis. Okay, Brother Najmo, read the next part loudly.
Numbers 3 to 10. These numbers are used as mudaf. As for example, salatu kutubin.
Thalathatu kutubin.
Salatatu kutubin. 3 books. Arba'atu buyutin. 4 houses. Khamsatun aflamin. 5 pens. Asharatun
معدود. Okay, so this is where things get sort of confusing. Yeah, it's not confusing, but it's just different, right?
That's the reason that the first two will come at the end and
Yes.
the second will come at the beginning.
Yes. So so it says that, go back to the top. It says these numbers 3 to 10. These numbers are used as mudaf. Okay. What's mudaf?
It's comes from the
What does it mean, like, in English? If I say possess, possessed. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. So, like, what is the example that we always give? Rasulullah, right? So, Rasulu is what? Mudaf. Right? And what's Allahi? Mudaf ilayhi. Okay? So, the mudaf is the object that's possessed, and then this is the possessor. Okay? And then what was the rule for mudaf? No al, right? No al. And then for mudaf ilayhi, it has to be majroor. All right. So basically, what they're saying, when the numbers 3 to 10 comes, we're gonna take this part and basically use these numbers, or specifically 3 to 10, as mudaf. Okay. So I'm gonna say, like, they give the example, like sitta. If I want to say 6 um, handkerchiefs, so I'm gonna say sit. So can I say sittatun? No, right? So because why? Because the mudaf. Also, the other thing is mudaf is it definite or indefinite? It's definite, right? Because of the fact that it's being owned. So it's definite. Okay. So if it's definite, it can't have tanween, right? And there's no al there, as we know. So if I want to say 6 handkerchiefs, then I have to make the mindil come after it. But this is the other confusing part. Um, the object that follows the number is not called mudaf ilayhi. It's called something else. Don't worry about it. Okay? Do you remember from the video what it was? Tamiz, right?
no al madud.
It's ma'adud, right? But there's another word for it. It's not mudaf ilayhi. Okay, how do you say a handkerchief? Old word. Mindil. Mindilin. Okay. So why? This is going to be majroor as well. Okay. But the word that you don't, but the word that you use grammatically is not mudaf ilayhi. It's something else.
So we cannot say Sittatul Mindiri. Right?
No, that's why it's not. This is not mudaf ilayhi. All I wrote here was, I'm saying we're taking the concept of mudaf and we're putting it to just to sitta, not to medina. Okay. And it
But in
says,
the video, he said that it's mudaf ilayhi. It says talatatun kutubin.
so he said it was
Yeah.
mudaf ilayhi.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to check up on that. It might be right. The only reason I'm a little bit unsure is because of this. Like, this is not definite. We'll double check.
Yeah, but the name he said in the mudaf is al adud.
Ma'adud, other than ma'adud.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. So the next point was that note that the ma'adud is plural. The thing being counted is plural. Actually, no, it's not mindilin. Right? Because what are you saying? Thalathatu kutubin, right? So the thing that's being counted, the ma'adud, they're saying, is what? Plural or singular? Plural, right? So I can't say mindilun. What's the plural for mindilun? Someone's guess it. I think it's manadil. Manadilin. Okay. So 6 handkerchiefs will be sittatu manadilin. Okay, so the thing that's being counted is plural, just for 3 to 10. Okay.
So if it is plural, then it cannot be mudaf like. If it is not singular, then it can be like.
Yeah, again, I need to check that, so we'll hold off on that until Wednesday.
What word cannot be mudaf?
Because it says in the next page,
It says in the next page.
genitive here.
Okay, so let's keep reading. I'm gonna read the next part. So it says, note that the ma'dud is plural, right? So we just said manadil instead of mindil. And it is in the genitive case because it is mudaf ilayhi. Okay, so I guess that's basically what it is. It's mudaf ilayhi, but what's different about it? No, mudaf ilayhi can be plural. There's no al, right? It's not. You don't see al here because usually the thing that's owning it is definite. Right? So don't think. What I was trying to say is I don't think of this as a possessor and possessed relationship. It's just grammatically called. You can say mudaf ilayhi, but it doesn't. You don't say. I guess you could say 6 of handkerchiefs, right? But don't think of it as possessor possessed.
This is the exceptions of mudaf ilayhi rule, right?
It's not an exception. It's just the concept of the mudaf ilayhi without following all of the rules. Yeah. Okay, but basically you can see how it's mudaf ilayhi because you have sittatu manadilin like Rasulullah. Okay. All right. The word next part. The word denoting the number may be in any case nominative, genitive, or accusative. So here we use sittatu manadilan. So what case is this? Marfu, majroor, or mansoob? Marfu, right? Because it has a dhamma. So basically what it's saying is that this can be a fatha or this can be a kasra. This can be mansoob or majroor. It doesn't have to be a marfu. Okay? Um, and the example they give is, the first example is kharaja ثلاثة طلاب. So 3 students went out. Okay, so here, what does it have? A dhamma, fatha, or kasra? No. ثلاثة. ثلاثة. So the ثلاثة, the number, because this chapter is about numbers, it has a dhamma. Okay. The next one is, now I'm not saying 4 houses, I'm saying in 4 houses. So when you have a harf jar, the ism that follows it is majroor, right? So when I say harf jar, you say ism majroor. So when after fi, which is a harf jar, arba'atu becomes. Does it say arba'atu on yours?
Yes.
Okay, change that. I made a mistake.
Is it fi or fiya?
It's fi. Yeah, that should be a sukun. Man, there's a lot of mistakes. So fi arba'ati buyutin. Fi arba'ati, put a kasra under the ta marbuta, buyutin. Okay.
Why buyutin? Why not buyuti?
Why not what?
Buyuti. Like, not tanween.
Because that's how it is. Like there's no al there, so it's indefinite. It's plural and it's indefinite. The next one is رأيت خمسة رجال. Have you come across رأيت?
No.
Okay. رأيت. We're gonna learn. I think in the first book the first book we're just gonna learn the um, first person past tense. Okay. So this is you see this a lot, okay? Because it's a very common. Like obviously, when you're going about the day, you're telling people, "I saw this, I saw that, I saw whatever," right? So this is I saw. A2 means I saw. We're not gonna learn he saw or she saw um, until later in the second book, okay? But yeah, this is a very common verb. رأيت. It means I saw. رأيت. Okay. So what did we say about the object of a verb? It's always mansub, right? It always has a fatha. So if you saw, if I say I saw the house, I'm going to say ra'aytu al-bayta, right? So I'm going to put a fatha on the bayt. So just like that, I'm going to, if I say 5 men, I'm going to say ra'aytu khamsata rijalin. I saw 5 men. How do you say I saw uh, three books? Hold on, one person. Brother Najmul, go ahead. I saw 3 books. ثلاثة. So you're going to say ثلاثة كتب. But you said the rest of it right. I saw 3 books. رأيت ثلاثة كتب. How do you say, all of these are, okay, how do you say I saw 5 restaurants, Brother Afnan? Actually, no, because restaurant we didn't do the plural for. Right? What's restaurant? مطعم, right? مطعم. It's okay, don't worry about it. Okay, how do you say I saw 5 students?
رأيت خمسة
Okay.
رأيت خمسة طلاب
طلاب, right? So just like the mindil has the 2 kasras, طلاب. And then khamsata is going to have a fatha because of ra'aytu, right? Because it's an object in a verb. Okay. How would you say I saw 7 hotels, Sister Tahira? سبعة فنادق. فنادق. رأيت 7 فنادق. I saw 7 hotels. What's I saw 10 fields, like farms. Brother Paul. Huh? How do you say farm? No. Begins with a ha. Haql. Haqlun, right? So the plural is hukulun. So how do you say I saw 10 hukuls? رأيت hukulin. That's okay. You need to review the vocab, yeah? Okay. So basically that's how it works. You say the number and then you say the plural of the whatever you're saying. Okay? It says, okay, note, this is the last point. كم ثمن هذا الكتاب? What is the price of this book? There is an omission. The word omitted is riyalan or any other word denoting monetary unit. Okay, that's just a note about if you're talking about currency. Kam, right? Kam, what did we say kam means? How much, right? Thamanun is means price. Thamanun, price. So if you say kam thamanu hadha al-kitab, what is the how much the price of this book, right? Or hadha, if you go to like Saudi or wherever, um, usually people will just shorten that, or anywhere actually, you will just say bikam. So B is a harf jar, and then kam is how much. So you just say bikam, and it means how much, for how much.
Come, there is always a
On the kaf?
No, like the word that comes after come.
No. Did we say that? Kam taliban? Yeah, that's true. The word it says, and if you go to the lesson 18, number 2, come how many? Note that the noun following come is singular and in the accusative case. It might become thamana.
And there is another kitabi.
Mhm.
Why it's kitabi?
Okay, why is it kitabi? Oh man, we're going a lot into mudaf ilayhi. Um, okay, so you're saying literally saying price of this book.
Okay, now I understand.
Okay, but let me spell it out for everyone else. When you say of, what does that mean? It's a mudaf ilayhi, right? So price is thaman, right? Thaman of this book. So when I say thaman has al kitab, this book is my mudaf ilayhi. So that's why it's majroor.
No, someone is the possessed, right?
Yeah,
If it's mudaf, then
yeah. So the price of this book.
then it's right. The dhamma is there. I mean, one.
It doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it might still become thaman. Actually, no. I'm thinking that in this case, the kam doesn't mean exactly how much, um, because in lesson 18 when they were showing kam, they were saying kam taliban, right? How many students, how many books? So that's kam with just one word. But if you're not asking how many, because you're not saying how many price of this book, you're saying what is the price of this book, right? So I think there might be a difference in the usage of kam in this case. But basically, the only thing you have to worry about is that they're saying that the word real is not there, right? Um, you're what you're really asking is kam riyalan. You're saying kam riyalan thamanu hadha kitabi. So that's why thaman it's not thamana. So you're saying kam riyalan, how many riyals for the price of this book. That's why they're saying the word riyalan is missing. Or you can say dularan, kam dularan.
Oh, right, it's there. Riyalan.
Okay. So that's why the word that follows it is dropped. And you're gonna see a lot of that in Arabic. Like there's some words that are just you won't find them there in the Quran, okay? But they're implied in the meaning.
But if you say instead of tamanu, if you say riyalan, is it going to be wrong or mistake?
If you say what?
Riyalan.
No, it's not gonna be wrong. You can say كم ريالا هذا الكتاب كم دولارا هذه السيارة or ثمن هذه السيارة. It's a little bit what?
I'm sorry, not to cut you off. It's the same thing as in English. In English, you don't ask what's the
How many
dollar
dollars?
value, right?
Yeah, you don't say how many dollars is this book, right? You say how much is this book. So that's why. And if you're confused right now, it's okay. We're gonna go over it again. We're not done. We're just starting lesson 19, so inshallah we're gonna do it again on Wednesday, and it'll be a little bit more clear. Inshallah. All right, let's go to the lesson. We have 15 minutes less than. 19 on page 105. Oh, right before that, let me do one more example. How do I say I saw uh, one? I saw one colleague.
Right.
What's colleague? Or friend? Sadiqun, right? Okay, how do I say I saw one friend? Sadiq, not Sadiqun. Ra'aytu followed by a object. What does the object become? mansub, right? So instead of sadiqun, you're gonna say sadiqan. رأيت صديقا واحدا. So yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that this sittatu mindilin, this is only for 3 to 10, right? So this is where the number comes before the word, before the thing be counted. But for here, you're going to say sadiqun before the wahidun, or sadiqan before the wahidan. Okay? But if I say I saw 3 friends, how would I say that? Not thalathatu. Ra'aytu. What's the plural of sadiq? أصدقاء. So it's أصدقاء. صديق. صديق. صديق is one friend. أصدقاء is plural friends. So we're going to say رأيت, which is a verb. The object that follows it becomes منصوب. ثلاثة أصدقاء. 3 of friends, literally. Okay. But if I'm just saying one friend, then I'm going to say رأيت one صديق. No, not صديق. صديقا واحدا. If you're confused about this point right now, it's okay. Just let it wash over, and it'll come again on Wednesday. All right, Al Mudir, brother Paul, go ahead.
كم طالبا جديدا في فصل فصلك
Good.
يا يا شيخ
يا شيخ.
يا شيخ
كم طالبا جديدا في فصلك يا شيخ؟ What does that mean?
how many students how many students
You said new students.
how many new students are
What's في فصلك? What's في?
in
What's فصل? Classroom, right?
classroom?
So فصلك is, you didn't answer. What's فصلك?
Your class.
In your classroom.
Your classroom.
Oh, Sheikh.
Oh, shit.
So how many new students are in your classroom, oh Sheikh? Okay, what does مدرس say, brother Afnan?
فيه عشرة طلاب جدد.
Okay, what does that mean?
There is
In there or in it.
عشرة.
What's عشرة? 10.
In there 10 new students.
10 new students, right? So you have عشرة طلاب. What's عشرة?
10.
Grammatically.
That's مضاف.
It's a مضاف, right? And طلاب is مضاف إليه. And what's جدد? جدد.
Adjective.
For?
طلاب.
So your new is describing students, right? So that's why it matches the case of طلاب. Everyone get that? It's okay. Go. You can read it again at home. Brother Anwar, next one.
من أين هم الطلاب
أكلهم
كلهم من بلد واحد.
Okay, what's من أين هم?
Where are we from?
No.
So,
من
where
أين
are
هم?
from?
Where are?
from?
Where are who from?
من أين.
What's home? I'll make you do the whole thing. Do the thing. Do all the pronouns. هو.
هو.
هما. Okay, what's home?
They.
they, right? So min aina,
Min aina, where are they from?
where are they from? Okay, finish the pronouns. What's he?
Hiya,
Hiya, huma,
humma,
hunna,
uh,
you,
ana, anta, antu,
antuma, two of you,
yeah,
antuma.
antun,
What's three or more?
antunna, antum,
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 for male, okay?
anti,
Anti,
antum,
antuma,
antuma, antunna,
antunna, okay, what's me?
ana,
And then we, okay? So hum is, where are they
they are
from?
from where?
Okay, what's akulluhum min baladin wahidin?
Akulluhum,
What's kull? Did we mention
kullu
kullu?
all.
I don't think we've done kullu. Okay. Or maybe we have, I don't know. Kullu is all. Okay. So when you attach it to hum, you say all
All of them.
all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Min by baidi
Baladin.
baladin min baladin
You already read it. What's it mean?
min they are from uh, one country.
Are all of they from?
All of them are from one country.
So you're asking a question, are all of, because you're saying akulluhum. You're not saying kulluhum, akulluhum. So you have to be careful about when you're reading it. You don't want to make the mistake of mistaking a sentence for a
Min
question.
baladin wahidin.
Okay.
Are they all from one country?
Okay. Brother, what?
All of them, few of them. This all doesn't mean that these are mudaf mudaf ilayhi, right?
No, it is mudaf mudaf. Kulluhum, all of them. How do you say all of them, but you're talking about all women? Kulluhunna. How do you say all of us? Kulluna. Kulluna. All right. Brother Najmul, next one. Al-Mudarris.
لا هم من بلاد من بلد مختلفة
من بلاد مختلفة.
بلاد مختلفة.
Okay, what does that mean?
No, they are from different countries.
They are from different countries. What's مختلفة?
Different.
Different, right? Okay. Why is it مختلفة? Because no, countries is not feminine, but countries is what? Singular or plural? Plural, right? Okay, so the word for different is مختلفون. Okay, this is the word for different, مختلفون. But if I'm talking about something feminine, I can make it feminine by saying مختلفة. Right? So why would we need to treat something as feminine singular if the noun is? What's the rule? غير عقل plural. So nouns that are غير عقل plural treated as feminine singular. Okay. So what's the singular for country? Baladun, right? So it's a noun, right? Is it عقل or غير عقل? غير عقل. What's the plural? Biladun. So all of these rules are going to keep coming up, so you have to keep that in mind. So biladun is the plural of baladun. It's غير عقل. So if you're anything that has to do with it is describing it, it's going to be treated as feminine singular. Okay? Keep that rule always in mind. So هم من بلاد مختلفة. They are all from, or they are from different countries. Keep going.
It's مختلفة because of min before preposition.
Right. مختلفة. What is it doing here? Is it a mudaf? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb?
I think this is an adjective.
It's an adjective, right? Different countries.
That's why it's following biladin.
Yeah. So biladin should have two kasras. Because why is biladin majrur? Harf jar, right? Min. Min is harf jar, so ism is majrur. All right, keep going.
منهم ثلاث طالب
ثلاثة
ثلاثة طالب
طلاب
طلاب طلاب من الفلبين
فلبين.
فلبين
Okay, what does that mean? منهم ثلاثة طلاب من الفلبين. What's منهم?
from them
From them
from them
are.
three from them three students are from Philippines.
No. You don't say three of them. You just say three students are from. Yeah, is that what you said? Okay, never mind. So ثلاثة طلاب are three students من الفلبين are from the Philippines. Okay, keep going.
وأربعة طلاب من اليابان.
What does that mean?
And four students are from Japan.
Okay.
وطالبان طالبان
Mm-hmm.
من الصين.
Okay, what does that mean?
And two of them are from China.
Not two of them, just two students. So Talibani are two students, right? So two students are from China. Okay, keep going.
طالب طلاب طالب واحد من Malaysia.
In Malaysia. What does that mean?
And one student is from Malaysia.
One student is from Malaysia. MashaAllah. Okay, so we just learned all of the students. So he said three of them are from where?
From Philippines,
Philippines, and four of them are from
Japan,
and two
from
China, and one is from.
Malaysia.
So in that sentence, if you read that, you'll see all of the examples of the students, right? So why do you use طلاب for three or four? Because that's for the numbers 3 to 10, you use the plural. But when you get to singular, you use one, right? And for طالبان, obviously, it's just a construction. It's just an addition to the one. Okay. So the homework is to finish reading this. We're gonna finish it on Wednesday, inshallah. So just read it till the bottom of the page.
Talibani, they will say
Ithnani, but they could have said it. They can say طالبان اثنان من الصين. So read the rest of the page. You can write it if it helps. So if you were confused, we're gonna go over these things on Wednesday.
I think 18, 17, 18, 19, they're all together.
Numbers, yeah, they're all numbers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. He's just saying the lessons are all have to do with numbers.